All of them were about $80,000 financing. This one was 70 cash. One of the three that was about 80 brought an escalation clause. All right? They said, we will pay 80, and I'm just going to summarize this, and then we're going to dig in. We will pay 80, yet since you're a multiple offer, let's backtrack a little bit. When we had an offer, we got a second offer. We notified the first offer of the second offer. And the second offer knew there was a first one. So what did? We went into the dot loop and we prepared a multiple offer notification form. We talked to the seller and the seller said, I would like to. So the seller has two offers. She can accept one, reject the other, counter one, see what happens, then counter the other. Or what I recommend always is to suggest that we reply to both buyers stating that we're in a multiple offer notification. You have until tomorrow at 4, tomorrow at 2, tonight at 9, whatever. I like to give the buyer a day to sleep on. Fear of loss is a greater motivator than the opportunity to gain. Right? So we're talking multiple offers. The seller could accept one, reject the other, counter one, counter the other, blah, blah, blah. We always advise thus, in most situations, that we reply to both buyers and say, we are now in a multiple offer situation. You have until 4 o'clock tomorrow to present your highest and best offer. Then we also let every agent that has shown it or set an appointment know. Trust me, you piss off the wrong agent once, you pissed him off forever. Right? Now, so we don't want to do, you wouldn't want your client not knowing. Right? So we let everybody that's shown it or everybody that has an appointment know we're a multiple offer notification. Please bring your highest and best offer by 4 p.m. tomorrow. Then, it ain't official till it's Facebook official. We put it out on social. Boast it out all over the place. We put it into the marketing remarks and let them know. Multiple offers received. Seller is requesting highest and best offer by 2 p.m., 4 p.m. tomorrow, whatever. Questions thus far? Okay. Sometimes it doesn't make sense for a seller to say multiple offers. Sometimes it might say, hey, it's 75 and they offered you 90 cash. They want an answer in 2 hours and they want to close this Friday. Right? Or, hey, look, we've got 3 offers. We've got 3 offers. In this situation, we got 2. We went until 4 o'clock the next day. By then, we got 2 more offers.
You're talking about Ultra? Is this Ultra?
No.
High Street, Charlestown.
Oh, okay.
So, we had 4 offers by 4 o'clock. If by 1 o'clock we got all 4 highest and bests and no one else had said they're writing an offer, I think it's okay to go ahead and present the offers as you get them, but go ahead and have the conversation with the seller of, well, let's have this conversation and get all this out of the way so we can have the winner and answer as soon as possible, even if it's before 4. Make sense? Now, what if somebody at 3:55 says I'm writing an offer? You might get in a little trouble. So I err on the side of wait until 4, but having the answer ready at 1 p.m. is totally cool. Following me? Mm-hmm. We're talking some deep level, layered, multiple offer stuff here. Okay? Always present the offer as soon as you get it. Okay? We don't, even if it expires tomorrow at noon, don't wait, because think scale here. If you've got 10 listings and you've got 6 offers on each of those listings in one day, you're not going to have time to wait, get it out of the way. The client might be at work when it's convenient, so you want to have that call right now as soon as possible. Get this work out of the way. Does that make sense? Okay. So, 4 offers, High Street. 3 of them about 80 with change and 10,000 less. Ended up being about 7,000 less after closing costs and stuff. Wanted to close in 12 days or so, blah, 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 blah. One of the three that was at 80 presented an escalation clause. Escalation clause, it said 80,000, couple grand in closing costs, whatever it was. Then it said, everybody knew there were more than one offer. They knew there were other offers, and they said, we will raise our offer up from 80 by $1,000 higher than the next best offer, higher than the best offer, and we'll go up to 95,000. Questions? All right? We're not going to use any names. We're on video. So, escalation terms. Generate net proceeds equal to 95,000. The cap, the purchase price of the shop, they did that wrong. So, the purchase price won't go over $95,000. This could be tricky, but if you ever want to fill one out or you get one, give me a buzz. The down payment provided shall remain the same. Any increase should be added to the loan, or there's other options in here. So essentially, long story short, now that that's not really as accurate as very confusing document. Basically, they offered 80. They said, if another guy offered 82, we'll pay 83. But even if another person offered 94, we'll go up to 95. But if somebody else offered 95, they're not going to go above it. You follow that?
Mm-hmm. So they flip-flopped for the 95.
I think, yeah. So, we listed the house for sale. What questions or concerns do you have?
We talked about this on Friday, so I got a little feedback, or I got a little bit of insight on it.
Detroit, questions? Why have you used them for your buyer before?
Multiple offers.
Did you win
Yes.
with both?
One I did.
Okay.
One I did not, one I did.
Okay.
One ended up going above what we said we would go above.
Okay.
Is how we
So
did.
your cap wasn't high enough.
Our cap wasn't high enough.
Okay.
Someone capped above us.
Okay, so you did win on one.
Yeah, one of them we did win.
Go girl. Okay. Talk to me, bud. Tell me, this guy offered up to $95,000 on a $75,000 house. Why would he do that, Shane?
He would do that because, I thought you pointed at me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, he would do that because he knows he's safe. The house isn't gonna appraise
Right.
at anywhere near
Okay.
that. So he's gonna make sure that he owns the transaction because of his escalator, and then has to come back to the seller and say, well, you gotta come down because you didn't appraise. So he knew he was covered, he was slick, he thought, but he knew he was covered on the top side, that wasn't going to happen.
He would never have to pay
They're
that.
never, my seller was afraid to appraise it what we asked for it. So, we knew that was okay. Now we'll get to why we do highest and best too.
Hold that thought.
Yeah.
So they shot for the moon at 95. That agent's advice is most likely, look, do you want this house? Yeah, I don't want to lose it. Here's what we're going to do. Do you trust me? Yes. We're going to offer $80,000. We're going to do an escalation clause, $1,000 up to $95,000. That way, if somebody comes really high, we're going to beat them by $1,000. Awesome. Cool. I don't want to lose the house. What if it doesn't appraise? Buyer says to the agent, what if it doesn't appraise? Well, we're going to renegotiate. The seller will have to come down to your price. You still get the house. Right?
Because they'll only be negotiating with us. Right.
That's right. He
Because
owns
it's
the
ours to
transaction.
lose at that point.
Uh-huh.
from our
Yep.
perspective.
He owns the transaction.
I was teaching a class, women with sellers here one day, when escalation clauses come up, and I said, I hate them. And they're like, why? I said, I hate them on the buyer's agent side. It shows the buyer's hand.
Yes.
So, I got 3 offers at 80, 1 cash at 75. One of these says,
Careful
You're
with
on
the
video.
this guy, sorry, one of them said, we'll go up to 95,000. So he showed us his hand, did he not?
Mm-hmm.
So couldn't we just scratch it and we give him a counter? Seller does not agree to escalation clause, price to be $91,000.
But even then, you're still not protected with the appraisal though, so you're still in trouble with
You're
that.
exactly right.
But at least you're kind of not letting
Well, at
them-
least you took him out of his
Exactly.
control of the transaction
Right.
part of it.
In the conversation of this class, you've seen that nothing is a final piece of art, it's everything's movement. A very good friend of mine, he goes, well, doesn't that just prove your point that you should like it as a buyer's agent? I go, okay, let's talk about that. He goes, not only did my buyer get the deal, he got it for less than he would have paid.
Right, yeah.
Change the way you look at things will get changed. So I see it from both sides. I particularly do not like this document. I particularly feel that the 90% of our agents in our board don't quite understand it. However, due to the market of 2018, we see a lot more of them. So they're more commonplace. I see it both sides. And they say, well, why don't you counter at 95 instead of just 91? Well, you kind of want to make the buyer feel like they're getting something. So, but little do they know, it's still 10,000 higher than the other. Right?
Right.
Now-
And they also, if you win, they have to show you proof that they had that other offer.
That's why I would say counter and remove the escalation clause from the deal and just counter the price. Good point. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because in there it says with proof of other offer and yada yada yada. So 4 offers, 3 at 80, 1 at 70, 1 escalation up to 95. We now have an accepted offer. Who got the deal? If you know, don't answer. That's kind of weird. Who do you think got
If
the
you
deal?
know, don't answer. Please.
Depends on their motivation. Did they want fast close or did they want more money?
Mom died. It was mom's house.
The cash offer.
Cash offer close faster for less.
Good job. Teacher wrote the cash offer, but I was the listing agent.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
that was a sweet one. We high-fived over that one.
In that situation, it is our rule, we do not associate the name. We have, I put the agent's name on the counteroffer, estimated net sheet form, just so we have an idea of who I'm working with. Like, I remember that conversation, they don't have a pre-approval letter, or this one's cash. We do not factor in, well, I'm gonna add weight to this one because it's Deidre or my buyer, right? No, we are limited agents, we are bound by the code of ethics, okay? In that moment, we notified the winner first, because it was a signed accepted offer. Wanted to lock that down and move forward. Courteous, we let the other 3 agents know. One of them, I think we ran into the hallway here, 2 other agents we texted. What did the agent say that wrote the escalation clause?
I can't believe. Well, you want?
Oh, sorry.
Go
I
ahead.
don't know. I was guessing.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Can't believe we didn't get that.
And what else?
Well, what he actually says, I can't believe anybody went higher than what we said. It wasn't about not getting it. It was
Gotcha.
about, I was slick, I knew what I was doing here, I don't believe it. He said, I don't believe anybody went higher.
Uh-huh.
And what I responded was, nothing. I had nothing to say.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Now, no names. In that moment, that agent, and I'm saying that for me too, in that moment, that agent the next day is going to go in MLS. They're going to see
Right.
posted groups,
Right.
right?
Right.
But you know what? Sticks and stones. As long as we know we are abiding by the code of ethics, treating everybody honestly and fairly, we're good, right?
Yep.
Then 8, 10, 12 days later, they're going to see it going sold at 70, like financing type cash, because you put that in there.
Right.
Okay, I get it now.
Right.
That's why it's highest and best.
Highest, what's the second word?
Best.
Best.
Cash
Highest.
flow is king.
Yeah, you can't.
Cash
And
is
closing
king.
in 12 days.
Right,
And
yeah.
closing in 12
Cash
days,
is-
cash and terms. Yeah.
Cash is king, but money ain't everything.
Right.
Right? Exactly, because it's like, and there was like a small mortgage. I think she was thinking,
Now this year it gets better. Tell the whole story.
but what? So we sold it for 70. We closed Monday, Tuesday?
We close next Monday.
Next Monday.
When she filled out the pre-list questionnaire, but the question says, how much do you think your home is worth? Do you remember the answer?
40,000.
Really?
Yeah, had to sit there and wrestle with her to get the price to 75.
Really?
Sold it in a freaking day for cash and $70,000. And the biggest worry she had about the other, she was just sure that thing wouldn't appraise.
Really?
But the very first thing she said, well, I don't have to worry about appraisal with cash, do I?
Right.
No, dear, you don't. It's over.
About as stress-free as you can get. Now, there's still risk, of course.
Yeah, and she's extraordinarily happy, of course, but I think she owed like $12,000. So she's walking away with 58,000. Well, no, she isn't. She passed pay.
Whatever, then she
But
is.
she's
50
walking
grand.
away with 50
She's
grand.
walking away with more money than she thought the sale.
Yeah, it's 10 grand more than she thought the house was worth, is what she's going away with.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
Questions on escalation clause. This was the whole topic, point of this topic.
Great learning experience for me.
It was
really
neat.
was. It was neat, especially multiple offers and an escalator, and then you throw cash in it. You got kind of a crash course on all the best ways to look at offers in a real estate gig from one transaction. So
Which
it
is
was
a-
fun.
I don't think any of them were contingent upon another house closing.
Yeah, the first one
Yeah.
was.
Actually, it was.
Yeah, the first one was even contingent on sale.
So
Okay.
none of them were first rights of refusal. One of them was contingent on a closing. So with
Yeah.
thinking of
First
that, we're
First
either
one was a first right. Second was
we did have a first.
the first one was a first right. Second one was contingent on a closing. House was
Third was
already sold.
escalation. Fourth.
Third was escalation, and four
We
was
had
cash.
the,
I'm
we had
telling
the
you,
whole,
every way.
we had everything you could have
Every
had.
way to do a deal in one little $75,000 house.
Yeah, that's funny on that one, that's funny.
He doesn't
Okay. Put our lead generator hats on. What does that tell us?
We need more of them houses out there.
We're not going to retire tomorrow on selling $70,000 houses.
Right.
The market's there right now. Let's find those houses. Right?
When we retire,
We
we can
also
sell
need
them.
$195,000 houses right now
Yes. Yes, we did. In New Orleans.
in New Albany.
Oh,
Yeah. Escalation clause, contingent on a buyer, contingent on a closing, cash. So the
First deal.
your first listing.
And that's
That's
only my
amazing.
first
That's awesome.
deal.
That's awesome.
Did I ask Todd a few questions?
I'm sure you
He
probably
sat
did.
right next to me for 2 hours. I didn't let him know.
That's awesome.
It was cool.
So first right of refusal, we are the buyer of our listing is waiting on a buyer. A contingent on a pending, the buyer of our listing is waiting on a closing. First right, they're waiting for a buyer. Pending, subject to pending, they're waiting on a closing. Huge. We just recently had a situation where we were waiting on a buyer of a house. They wrote on another listing. Can't remember. It was a first right of refusal, and we looked up the listing, and it said in there, selling as is, seller does not have any money to do any repairs. The first red flag that you saw on the offer was what? Do you remember?
Yeah, contingent. It was no
Earnest money.
earnest money. Zero. That's what I brought to you. Yeah.
Okay, I write offers when we buy flips. I'll put in there no earnest money, just so we don't have to deal with it. And for clients sometimes too. But in this situation, we don't know each other. We don't know the situation, so it's kind of like, all right, no big deal. I think earnest money is just a little bit of a hassle at times. But I understand the importance.
Right.
However, it is a red flag on a listing when we're selling for a client. So we need to be like, all right, what's this? What's up with this? Just mental note. Then we go look at the listing. It was not
Well, the
relevant.
second thing was they wanted $4,500 towards closing costs.
On how much was our listing?
144, I want to say.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't a high dollar house, but all of this stuff saying I don't have any money.
Yeah.
I want
I think
to
you're getting them confused.
Right.
Because remember the high closing costs was ultra.
Well, I didn't have anything to do with Ultra, so I don't know.
You were there, we were training.
Yeah, yeah. That was multiple offer on Ultra.
But I had one up around there too.
You
Did
did,
you?
yeah.
Oh, I've never.
Yeah.
You're
Ultra
right.
was high, really
You're
high.
right. Ultra was high. We were looking at that. That's
So,
right.
any questions on multiple offer, escalation, or the tricky parts of listing agent?
I'm sure I will if I'm actually in the situation,
I
but
promise you will.
Right.
And I promise you have my cell phone number. Absolutely. Not that I know it all, but this is why we're here.
Knows a lot though.
And I've never done an escalation clause.
You
So
what?
I have never done
Yeah.
one or received one, so.
Not that using them is wrong. Here's, instead of doing what this agent did with an escalation clause, here's what I would have preferred if I was the buyer's agent. And I'm talking to my buyer. Hey, Mr. Buyer, there are 2 offers, 3 offers. There are multiple offers on this property. Do you want this house? Of course I want the house. I've been looking, blah, 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 I'm emotional about it. Well, here's what we can do. We can, instead of offering higher than asking price, I'm gonna challenge you, Mr. Buyer. If there was no price associated with this home, if they just called you up off the street and said, come look at this home, I don't have a price, what do you think? What is the absolute most you're willing to pay for this home in order to not lose it? Because remember, a fear of loss is a greater motivator than the opportunity to gain. So if there's no price and you just walked up off the street, what would you pay? Well, shoot, I'd pay up to $95,000 for that house. I don't want to lose it. All right? Let's write an offer for $95,000. But they're only asking $75,000. No, they're not. Because let's just live in a world where there's no price associated with this. What's the best you're willing to do? That if you wake up tomorrow and you don't get this home, you know I did my very best. 95. Let's write it for 95. What if it doesn't appraise?
Right.
Then it's ours to lose. We've locked down the deal for you. We renegotiate with the seller, and we've learned that most of the time the seller takes the brunt of the burden on that renegotiation. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't want to pay. I'm afraid of overpaying. What's a good script if somebody says, I'm afraid of overpaying?
But you just said that's what you're willing to do to get the house. So how is that overpaying if that's what you're willing to spend?
If you're happy with it and the appraiser comes in and stamps it,
Right.
then are you really overpaying?
Right.
Well, good point, great. And then if they keep digging, or another way to look at that is, let me ask you a question. 2 years from now, you're sitting on your back porch, looking out over the backyard, watching the deer frolic on the tree line.
Painting the picture.
That's a lot of it. 2 years from now, you're enjoying Christmas here with your family. You're having fun here. Are you really going to be concerned that you shouldn't have paid $3,000 more than the other guy last 3 years ago? No. You're not going to worry about that. One less trip to McDonald's a month, whatever. Right? So put it in practical terms when it comes to that. Like, lead them down the future kind of talk of vision. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Multiple offer, escalation. What else? Always we get multiple offers. Respect your fellow agent. Notify. If it's Saturday morning, Sarah's not here, listing manager, marketing director not around, who's that fall on? Yeah. Does that make sense?
And when they call and complain that they didn't get their offer in on time, they were notified.
Okay. Right.
I send it, if I'm here, I send it out through Showtime.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I email them and let them know.
Okay.
Now, here's what I've learned. Some agents will go in showing time and say they don't want to be notified.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, like
I haven't seen that.
I've learned that before, but I'm like, you chose that you didn't want to get notified, so
Mm-hmm.
the board provides this tool for us for notification. Utilize it. Like they'll go in there and say, I don't want to be notified.
That doesn't make any sense.
I would like to know.
Yes.
Change your settings.
Yeah.
Anyway, questions? Has this been helpful?
Very.
Multiple offer, escalation clause. What else came up this week in the room besides the